Welcome to the official Offspring podcast featuring Dexter and Noodles. In the next 10 minutes or so, you'll be subjected to all the ramblings, platitudes, and blathering bullshit we can dish out. In this webisode, Dexter bakes cookies for an old friend.
All right, we're here. I'm Noodles. I'm here with Dexter. This is our podcast that we like to do from time to time.
Welcome.
How you doing today, Dexter?
You know, I'm a little off.
Are you?
Today. A little unsettled. Little off balance. You know, it's this whole Charlie Sheen thing and that lying son of a bitch Gaddafi, and I trusted him. I trusted them both.
Really? And you've lost your faith in them?
Except in different ways, but yes. So things are just a little weird, like your world's getting readjusted, sort of.
Yeah. Me, on the other hand, I'm totally sheening right now. I'm just totally sheening. You know that kind of psychosis that comes about from lack of sleep, lack of proper nutrition, just tons, epic amounts of caffeine and nicotine, and a little bit of tiger's blood. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, in his case, a lot of drugs.
Maybe some other substances that I may or may not have ingested. So yeah, totally sheening right now. It's just off the.
I know. I'm just kidding. Actually, I love it. Actually, I love it.
I know you love the public. Just unraveling
meltdown. The Britney Spears.
Yep.
They're more fun that way. When they're totally out of control.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you much rather hang out with crazy Britney than mellow?
Than stayed and sober Britney.
Yeah. So
totally.
Charlie Sheen the same way, but actually I don't really have anything more to say about that. But
I'd love to go jewelry shopping with Lindsay Lohan.
It's the same
kind of thing.
Same kind of thing.
I like to do.
Yeah. I don't know if she was ever really that mellow.
Yeah, I think Charlie Sheen needs to start his own religion.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he does. It's funny if you read the comments on his, on the blogs after his. I don't know if you've seen any of his Ustream videos.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, winning's not really looking that pretty anymore. It's really not.
Not really winning.
I don't know. Maybe it is winning. It's not very pretty. But there's people that are just totally vehemently backing him.
Uh-huh.
And the first televangelist. I don't know. The first religious TV program was called Life is Worth Living. Came out in 1952, and the host was this Catholic bishop named Fulton J. Sheen.
Really?
Very first religious program on air. Yeah.
Coincidence?
I think not.
Yeah.
I think not. So
wow.
We could bring this thing full circle. He could have his own TV show, start his own religion. Be
warlocks,
awesome. Sheentology. Yeah.
Nice.
Warlocks, tiger's blood, Adonis DNA.
Goddesses.
You kind
of
absolutely.
Got the whole, I think the more
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He would have followers. He's out of a job. He needs income.
Right.
Right. He could do worse.
So you don't think this could be like a Joaquin Phoenix kind of thing where he's just trying to melt down?
Could be,
Could be.
Every once in a while, he sounds very lucid and pretty sharp. Some of the things he says, kind of funny and kind of well thought out. And then a lot of it's just, whoa, Dad, you're completely off the rails.
Because it is driving up more interest in a show, of course. Whether they mean to fire him or whether they're playing into it, I don't know. But I mean, I can't imagine they're not going to do this show next season. I mean, there's just too much involved in it.
Yeah.
And even if the guy is a nightmare, Charlie Sheen, on set, they can always recut the scenes. It can take all day if they want to,
Right.
So
yeah.
I don't know. I do get kind of a kick out of some of the stuff, though, like the smoking during the interview, like all the stuff that like you're not really supposed to do, but he kind of just doesn't care. And
right.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
The sippy cup incident.
The whole beating on women, though, that's not really cool.
I don't know about that part.
Yeah.
Because I'm not totally up on it.
That's, he hasn't, he's trying to pretend it hasn't happened, but there's way too many, there's some truth to it. There's way too many reports of him doing it. Well, shit, he shot Kelly Preston. He was dating Kelly Preston in the 80s, I think. He shot her in the arm. It was an accident.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I just found that out recently.
Wow, it's like a Dick Cheney kind of thing.
Yeah. I was cleaning my gun, and I accidentally shot Kelly Preston in the arm.
God.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
And how does he not go to jail for that?
I thought he only abused hookers.
Yeah. Which still is not really cool.
It's it's not as. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's bad.
You know, using hookers is one thing. Abusing them, that's not cool.
Right. Sure.
God. Now, Brie Olson, on the other hand, I don't know. Have you seen any of her movies?
Brie Olson.
Brie Olson is Rach Oberlin, one of the goddesses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her movies, man, great body of work. All I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
a big fan.
Is this a porno kind of thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Total porno. Yeah.
Okay. Rach. You mean her name's Rachel?
I guess her real name is Rachel Oberlin, but
see.
she goes by the name Brie Olson when she's in the movies.
In the movies, like with quotes
when she's
around
acting.
When she's
Yeah.
When she's right.
When she's acting, she's a good actress, man. I'm telling you, I believe it all the time.
Displaying her craft.
Yeah.
Is that?
And a wide range of roles, too. You know, she's got range and scope. So.
Yeah, you know, you're way more up on this than I am, apparently. You know.
Well, I've been hip to Brie Olson long before the whole
okay.
Charlie Sheen meltdown.
Wow. It makes sense that, you know, one of his goddesses would be a porno chick.
Yeah. The other chick I'm not so crazy about. The other goddess. She's a lesser goddess.
She's like a lawyer, I think.
No, she's a model for like High Times or some pro pot magazine.
Oh, okay.
So she just looks very, I don't know, not. She makes Brie Olson look like a rocket scientist to me.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
I feel like we're so boring now compared to Charlie Sheen.
I know. We're the John Cryers of punk rockdom.
We're supposed to, yeah. Damn it! I thought we were the rock stars.
Nobody wants to go hang out with John Cryer, right?
I don't think so.
You know, no. You want to go hang out with Andy Dick and Charlie Sheen and Tom Sizemore. Not anymore, Tom Sizemore. Old Tom Sizemore.
I told you I saw Andy Dick in a parking lot.
That's right.
Just roaming around.
Yeah.
It was like lunchtime, broad daylight, down in Orange, not like Hollywood or anything, just kind of in the suburbs. Just wandering around. I just kind of said, "Hey," because I caught, you know, kind of catches your attention when you walk by and realize.
Sure, yeah, he's an odd dude. He stands out in a crowd.
He sure does.
You know, yeah.
He stands out even more when he's wandering around by himself in a parking lot.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But he just kind of said, "Hey," and he seemed fine. It didn't seem like he was wasted or anything, but you know,
it was early though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of early.
Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Give him a little while.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Another great story. Did you hear about this substitute teacher that showed up at an elementary school in Mission Viejo drunk on Friday?
No.
Just last Friday, she showed up drunk, had the kids dancing on their desks.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Eric, come on in. Our engineer Eric is here because we took a couple weeks off recording, but we're starting up again.
Back in the studio.
Yeah. So
how's it going, Eric?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Right on.
yeah. Okay, so a substitute teacher showed up
Drunk. I guess there was some kind of emergency, so she didn't show up like in the morning. A teacher had to leave, so she was filling in the afternoon.
Okay.
So she showed up at 12:45, just after lunchtime,
Right.
drunk in class. Had the kids dancing on their desks, sixth graders dancing on their desks. She rubbed her fingers through the hair of one kid and kissed another kid on the forehead, and then was seen later stumbling through the halls. And so the principal called her in, and she reeked of alcohol. And so they tried to keep her there. They didn't want her driving in that condition.
Right.
They tried to keep her there. The cops were called. The cops came in, and she was gone. But the funniest thing about this is the name of the school.
What is it?
Carl Hankey. Carl Hankey School. Carl Hankey Elementary, or K through 8 or something.
Wow.
You got to change that name. Come
Yeah.
on.
This is the best damn day of school those kids ever had.
Yeah, that's like 2 South Park characters put together. Carl Hankey, you know. I don't know if it's great or terrible. But.
Yeah, school names are never good though. They're always kind of bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a janitor at Earl Warren. He's a Supreme Court justice, former governor of California. He's good.
Boring.
Oh, come on, Earl Warren.
Why can't we have like a Mark Mothersbaugh elementary school?
There you go, dude. That'd be great.
Or, something like
Il
that.
Duce.
Il Duce.
Not the fascist dictator, but the singer from The Mentors.
That's right. Yeah.
Il Duce.
The Sid Vicious school.
Sid Vicious. That'd be cool.
Something like that. Well, that was an interesting.
John Lydon School of the Arts.
yeah. Magnet school.
Magnet school. Yeah. That one works for me.
Well, we've been talking about 10 minutes. That's all I got.
Really? You're out?
I'm done.
You're out. Dude, we didn't even, you touched on your disappointment in Gaddafi. I mean, Bush, the last President Bush, started, to thaw out our relations with Gaddafi. There was a little détente, going on with him. We were thinking about maybe bringing him into the
fold.
community of civilized nations.
I remember that. Gaddafi mellowed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, look, I know I blew up that big jumbo airliner back in the 70s over Lockerbie, Scotland.
Well,
sorry about that.
And it was always suspected that he had something to do with that, but now that he's really screwing up, all of a sudden there's all this evidence. Have you noticed that? That now all the CIA officials are coming out. Oh, yeah, no, he definitely did it. We have proof.
Well, he paid. He actually did the payout, right? Just in the last year or so?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but there was no evidence yet of him actually having anything to do with the planning. Now they're saying no, he definitely was involved in the planning. It was on his orders.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, I don't know. That seems a little convenient to me. Not that he's not capable and probably did do it, but I'm a little skeptic just because all of a sudden it seems a little too easy. But
what was it Gaddafi did back in the 80s? Everyone got riled up. It was like 86, something like that, and they were talking about sending in American troops.
Well, we bombed the crud out of him. We killed one of his kids. We did. We killed one of his daughters, I think. Bombing his
in
palace.
complete justified retaliation, I'm sure.
But
we did something where he did something where we're going to go in and stuff, and it was like
discotheque in Germany.
That's it. That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I remember, we were at the age at the time where,
if you guys didn't hear what Eric said, it was the discotheque in Germany that it killed a bunch of U.S. servicemen and German citizens, I imagine. But it was a discotheque that was frequented by U.S. service people.
Right. And there's nothing that makes America more mad than blowing up a discotheque.
Our guys in uniform love disco. Still, to this day.
Right.
You want to find U.S. servicemen anywhere in the world, try a disco.
Seems heavy-handed over a discotheque.
Yeah. I mean, I could see bombing a discotheque as long as there's no people in it, just to get rid of the disco. But
anyway, the point of what I'm just saying that we were actually, everyone, we were thinking that we were going to get drafted at the time. I remember all of us talking about it over at Greg Kay's house.
All right.
So interesting, but
they didn't want us. Turns out
they wouldn't have wanted us anyway. But so Gaddafi's been messing around for years and years, but he really mellowed out in the 90s.
Right?
He matured. I think
I think he was like Charlie Sheen before Charlie Sheen started talking to people. You just didn't hear his crazy shit that he was saying, he just hit out.
Someone turned off the microphone. In the 90s.
Exactly. His handlers kept him away from the microphone. I'm sure, because and that's when this whole thing, when Charlie Sheen was saying his crazy stuff, I was and Muammar Gaddafi saying, "Oh, my people love me," and all this crazy stuff, denying it. No, everything's peaceful in my country, and you see the footage of people being blown up and. I wanted to start this thing. Who said it? Muammar Gaddafi or Charlie Sheen? So I go on the internet to look up Muammar Gaddafi quotes, and somebody beat me to it. They already had a full-on page, yeah. And then I saw one. Who said it? Muammar Gaddafi, Charlie Sheen, or Glenn Beck? And that was even better.
Right.
Yeah.
See that? That's good stuff. Well, maybe in the 90s, we didn't hear about him because he was getting all his plastic surgery, right? Isn't it Gaddafi?
Maybe, yeah.
It's very different now. A little strange.
Yeah.
And isn't it the Gaddafis also that they were hiring a lot of American pop stars to go over and play private parties, right? They had
I think Pussycat Dolls. Yeah.
Because there was somebody on the news that said Nelly Furtado, because someone called her up and said, "Hey, didn't you play a private party for Gaddafi?" And he pays I think it's like $1 million for these people and stuff. So
and flies you in and pays for the crew and puts you up in a bitchin' hotel. And
we know someone. One of our crew guys has been involved in one of these kinds of shows, so we know that it actually
working
happens.
for a different band, yeah.
But so I guess she felt bad about the media attention and said, she goes, "I'm gonna give the money back." So
give the money to charity. Don't give it back to him.
Maybe it was charity. Maybe it was charity.
Yeah.
But anyway, so now they're calling everyone else to play the Gaddafi party and saying, "Are you going to give the money back too? Did you know Nelly Furtado's going to give the money?" So those people aren't returning calls, but
yeah, right. Yeah.
But,
Shit, I put that money up my nose, man. I don't have that money anymore.
Long gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish we got invited to play a Gaddafi party.
Yeah, who would, Gaddafi's kind of out right now. I wouldn't want to go there. Who could we go play for, though, that would be good like that?
Like a fun dictator?
Yeah,
Castro, maybe? I mean, he's on his last legs, last chance to see Cuba.
Castro, that'd be good,
There's still, before McDonald's and Marriott steps in. And
Right, because that's just a matter of time.
that's going to happen in the next 5 years. I don't know. Who else? Who you got?
That was a good one.
Name some of your favorite dictators.
Yeah, I don't really know that many. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's tons in Africa.
Yeah.
That
guy in Congo, is he still... Oh, he got killed, I think. Or they didn't even call it Congo anymore, I don't think.
Well, there's two Congos. There's the Congo and then Democratic Republic of Congo. That's
right.
Yeah.
Because one Congo is very much democratic and one's not,
Yeah, right.
One strictly observes the principles of democracy.
Yeah. Have you... this is totally off subject, but have you seen Big Lebowski lately? The movie? Have you watched it lately?
I haven't seen it for a long time, but I watched it about a year ago.
Okay.
I appreciated it a lot more.
Oh, it was just on the other night, and my wife and I watched it. And, Flea plays one of the German nihilists.
Oh, that's
right.
right.
And there's Donnie, their buddy, who I don't want to give anything away, but, the guy who dies in the end. Donnie.
I think it's
Steve
okay
Buscemi.
to give it away.
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty old movie.
It's like 19, yeah.
But Steve Buscemi, they just keep telling him, shut up, Donnie. You're not qualified to talk in this conversation. But Donnie says, they're German Nazis? No, nihilists. I mean, say what you want about the tenets of National Socialism, but at least it's an ethos.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up this time. Be sure to check back soon for another installment of the official Offspring podcast. Now go on, get out of here.